Hey y'all, it's Mono. I may be bald thanks to D and chat, but we've still gotta make content around here, man. So today, I thought, why not talk about my favorite Sonic characters? We're gonna do a list of my top 10 favorite Sonic characters and the reasons why I like them so much. While number 1 probably won't surprise anyone, I bet some of you aren't gonna expect the other ones in my top 10. So, if you like this video, make sure to let me know down below. I'd love to make a video going over my least favorite Sonic characters after this, because I know y'all will go crazy over some of those picks. Anyway, let's get into it. Number 10. Knuckles. What can I say? Knuckles is pretty cool. His backstory being the lone survivor of the Echidnas is solid, and he's a chill guy who spends his time guarding the Master Emerald. I feel like it's impossible to not like Knuckles. He's got cool abilities, and while he can be a little dense, that's okay, we've all been there. Moving on to number 9, Tails. As a kid, I'd say Tails was the character I gravitated towards the most, at least when it comes to Team Sonic. He's just adorable. Much like Knuckles, I don't see how you couldn't like Tails. He's a smart kid who does his best. He's got 2 fluffy tails, and he's really sweet. I think Sonic X in particular made me really like Tails as a kid. He may not be in current me's top 3 or top 5, but I still have a soft spot in my heart for the fox. Going to number 8, we have Trip. She may be a newer character, but Trip is awesome. She really reminds me of how I was as a kid, super shy and had a hard time talking to people. Heck, I still struggle with that, but I've gotten better. I just gotta say though, I love Trip's abilities. She's so fun to play as in Superstars with her wall climbing and spiky spin attacks. Her super form also completely shakes up what a super form can be, and I love her friendship with Amy. I know we haven't seen much of Trip. Heck, we only recently got our first bits of dialogue from her, but I'd really like to see more of Trip. Maybe one day we could get a modern version? Number 7. Honey. Unlike Trip, Honey's been around for a while and wasn't even originally from the Sonic series. I love that her gimmick is being a fashion designer, but nobody can forget she's a tough fighter too. Much like Trip, I love Honey and Amy's friendship, and Honey's whole silly personality is just so adorable. I love that she'll take any opportunity she can get to promote her business. Go off, girl. What's not to love about Honey? Number 6. Whisper. She's so cool. I love any Sonic character or OC that has a little guy, whether that's a Chow, a Wisp, a Flicky, even a Coco. Whisper has not 1, but 5 wisps, with such a cool design for her outfit and her wispin. Kinda like Trip, I do relate to Whisper for her less social tendencies and, actually, her voice. Fitting to her name, Whisper does not speak above a whisper most of the time. Well, here's a fun fact about me. I have a quieter voice than the average person. I'm soft-spoken. You usually can't tell from my regular videos since I edit my voice to be louder and easier to hear. But yeah, I actually don't talk very loudly. Whisper's also dealt with a lot of loss and struggles with opening up due to being tricked by Mimic. So I do feel for the girl. At least she has Tangle, who may not be one of my top 10 characters, but she's still really awesome. Number 5. Amy. It's Amy. I grew up with Amy in Sonic X, and I don't care what you say. She's pretty sweet, and I like her a lot, and she should be allowed to hit people with her hammer all she wants. Amy's super bubbly, free with expressing her emotions, and she's tough, yet she still likes girly things too. Amy is an amazing example of being super feminine, but still being strong. Because yeah, you can be both. and I know she's inspired a lot of people because of that. While Amy is probably one of the least relatable characters on this list for me, I love who she is and what she stands for. Amy is an icon, and she deserves her place on the list. Moving up to number 4, we're getting there. Surge. If you don't love Surge, get out. She's a pretty misunderstood character among the Sonic fandom in my opinion. You either get her appeal and what she's meant to represent, or you completely miss out entirely. I support Surge's rights and Surge's wrongs. She's cool, she's silly, she's tragic, she's everything. I wouldn't say I indulge in her enough to call myself part of the Surge Nation, but those guys are onto something, I'm telling you. They are insane about this character, and for good reason. I love a girl who's allowed to be wild. Chaotic in the best way. Whether she goes down the path of good or evil at the end of the day, I support Surge. Alright, now getting into my top 3. I feel like these guys are kind of the most obvious for my favorite characters. All 3 of them inspired my own OC's design in some way. So yeah. Alright, getting into it. Number 3, we have Rouge. Cool, feminine, and deadly. Honestly, I don't think I have to do much explaining about why Rouge is in my top 3. Everything about Rouge radiates cool. She's stealthy, she's a double agent, she can fly, and I think she's just as good of an inspiration to women as Amy, but in a different way. Rouge is smart. She knows how to get the advantage over others, and she uses that to the fullest. Say what you will about her tactics being unfair or playing dirty, but you can't deny that Rouge gets things done. In a world like ours, sometimes you just gotta do what it takes to get what you want, so more power to Rouge for owning who she is and having the initiative to move through the world how she wants to. Number 2, Blaze. When it comes to female Sonic characters, Blaze is by far my all-time favorite. It's part of why my own OC rivals her. While Blaze is definitely not unpopular by any means, I think a lot of people in the Sonic fandom actually underestimate Blaze in terms of her power and significance as a character. We've literally been told she is her dimension's Sonic. She's been shown to go toe-to-toe with him, and yet people will still say she's under Sonic when it comes to power and capability. But I can't necessarily blame a lot of fans for not knowing how capable she really is, since Blaze often gets sidelined in favor of other characters. But I gotta tell ya, her character throughout Sonic Rush and Sonic Rush Adventure is so iconic. Yeah, I'm a Rush truther, what you gonna do about it? 06 really dulled her fire, pun intended. Blaze's character arc in the Rush games being all about accepting her own flames and learning to appreciate friends and depend on others is something that seriously resonated with me ever since I learned about her. Honestly, if not for the character in the number 1 spot, she would be my favorite. With that said, Number 1, Shadow the Hedgehog. Yeah, I'm sure y'all saw this one coming. Shadow is by far my favorite Sonic character of all time. He's on my phone case, my wallet, pretty sure I have at least 5 shirts with him, and the Sonato hoodie too. Yeah, it's safe to say I'm a bit obsessed. Regardless of the iteration, I always end up liking Shadow. His backstory, his sick skating, even the way he struggles with emoting, and him not being super touchy-feely are all things that really hit close to home for me in a comforting way. Shadow's all about putting your past behind you, finding yourself and choosing your own path, and charging forward no matter what. All of those themes have been really important to me in my own life. Sure, he's also got the whole aesthetic appeal too, but it's mainly what Shadow stands for that really draws me to him, and makes him stand out to me above the rest. Now, it'd be easy for me to sit here glazing Shadow all day, but those were my top 10 favorite Sonic characters. Fun fact, I was half tempted to start these videos off with my least favorite Sonic characters. I'll tell you right now, some of my picks are absolutely going to be controversial. But while I'm still here, a special thank you to all of my channel members. These guys are the ones who help keep this channel running. I appreciate all of you. If you become a member today, you can be at the end of videos like this one. Alright, I will see you guys in the next one.